What's the theme of the week? No shirts are on the line.
No failure.
No failure. Not necessarily. That's not necessarily, but that's a good.
Failure's in it.
Actually, it's just the opposite. Embrace failure. Embrace failure. It's not actually, that's not. You want to embrace failure. You want to embrace failure. The reason being, they say that Thomas Edison, phenomenal guy, hey. Was quoted. Thomas Edison was quoted as saying, I didn't fail 1,000 times or 1,000,000 times or however many times you failed. I learned 1,000 different ways to don't learn. Right? You want to embrace failure. You don't necessarily want to avoid failure. That's not necessarily the name of the game. You want to embrace failure and you want to learn from failure. The only time failure is negative is when we fail to learn from it. When we use that as an excuse for inaction. When we stagnate because of it. So use it in a very positive light. Embrace it. Learn from it. Now, the theme of the week this week, ladies, is going to be failure-proof your behavior. Because we all fail all the time, let's be honest. We fail daily, hourly, and it's okay to understand, right? Because the first key in getting better is to understand that and embrace failure. Make sure that we're going to hit those calves, we're going to hit the back, we're going to hit those lats, we also want to hit up the quads pretty heavy, right? And even those glutes, right? So embrace failure. Thomas Edison, in his many attempts to create light bulb, went through so many different filaments, different sources of filaments, wood, paper, metals, all sorts of things, thousands and thousands of things, and none of them worked until he came up with one that did. And think about it, if he gave up and just accepted failure, crap, 100 pieces in, and it's not working, well, then we'd be about a lovely light bulb allows us more time at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. No, just the opposite. Failure-proof your behavior. We fail all the time. And in fact, through over 100 years of behavioral psychology and research, we've learned one thing. Why people fail. It comes down to simply logic fails. We don't listen to logic. Because how many times a day do we know we should be eating better? We know we shouldn't be eating this. I think that's all the time. Shouldn't eat this. Right? Shouldn't be doing this, but I'm doing it anyways. Logic fails. Logic doesn't work. In most cases. So what can we do to get better? To failure-proof our behavior. This is our behavior that needs modification. That's what we're going to be covering. We're going to be covering one goal, roughly each day, for you to focus on. One philosophy or one principle of behavior modification. Failure-proofing your behavior. Today, what I want you to focus on is to be very conscious, very aware of your failures, of your goals, your starting points, because it's just like GPS. When you're trying to find something, you don't have to worry and rely on maps. We have just now, we get to focus on, let the little guy machine talk to us. Alright, so we know the end point. We know where we want to finish up at, and where we want to start. We have to know our starting point in order to get there. So be very aware, very conscious of that effort. So our starting point, a really good behavior modification, or a very good methodology to learn how to modify our behavior, is to take simply a picture. Take a photo of yourself, where you are at right now. Know your starting point. Because it's just like when we hear ourselves on tape. We hear ourselves on tape. Oh my God, I sound like that? That's not me, is it? Right? Like, you start like asking yourself, is that what I sound like? Right? Yeah, you know, agree that happens. Oh, same happens with photos. Oh my God, I look like that. Oh, I need to work on this. Or I need to do this. But if we don't know where we're starting at, how are we going to find out where we're going to finish? How are we going to get the blueprint, get to that point where we're going to finish? There's lots and lots of fitness content going on any day of the week. Any day. Search online for bodybuilding.com. Perfect. Wait. And the people who win these do so through various methods. Diet, extreme diets, diet and exercise, just exercise, maybe nothing at all. Actually, the guy who created Evernote went through weight change, lost 28 pounds in 6 months, strictly by keeping track. He didn't focus on behavior change, he just kept track. That's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. But today we're talking about conscience, being aware. So being aware of our starting point is crucial to finding out where we're going to end and finding out how to get there. Ladies, and another really good methodology, and this is my challenge to you, is to keep track of your food. We all know my love affair of food logs. Now, food logs are not necessarily the same as counting calories. Not synonymous. Counting calories is great. It helps me better determine where you're at. It helps you become aware of what you're eating. But it's not the same. I don't expect you to do that forever. In fact, what I do expect you to do is become aware of the foods that you're eating. But you've got to believe Cassie Broadley's lost 45 pounds. She's not counting her calories anymore. Michelle Neto, who's lost something like 8 or 10 inches, hasn't doesn't keep counting her calories. Annette Clark doesn't keep counting her calories, lost 45 pounds. She's trying to gain weight. And of course, if you are counting calories right now, that's fine. But if you want you to be aware of what you're eating. Food logs have been shown through various studies to increase your chances, your likelihood of success by up to 300%. 300% just by keeping track. Food log is just, I ate this, I ate this, I ate this. Not necessarily protein, carbs, calories, fat. But I ate this, I ate this, I ate this. Why? Go with what? Makes you accountable. Absolutely. It keeps you aware. But the problem with logging our food is we often do it, in most cases, at the end of the day, hours after we eat it, right? And it's a reflective one, which is great. You need to reflect on it. You need to reflect on it. We hate it. But it doesn't necessarily do as great as changing it. So, my challenge to you ladies, for the rest of today, and in fact the rest of the week, pull out your little smartphone. Take a picture. Take a picture of everything you're going to eat, everything you put in your body. And bear with me because you're thinking to yourself, like, oh God, this guy's